Very good morning to all. A warm welcome to the today presentation on the topic Akbar the Great, 1556 to 1605. I am Dr. P. KAVITHA, Assistant Professor of History, PG and Research Department of History, Sri Sharda College for Women, Salem 16. Akbar was the son of Humayun, who was born on October 15, 1542 in Amarkot. His mother was Hamida Banu. When Akbar was born, Humayun was wandering from place to place. He came to the throne of Delhi in 1556 after the death of his father when he was only just 14 years. Akbar was one of the greatest rulers in Indian history. Political condition of India at the time of Akbar's accession. Akbar came to the throne of Delhi in 1556 after the death of his father. When Akbar was at Kalinjar, he got the news of his father's death and without further delay, he enthroned himself and started his rule under the guidance of Bairam Khan. He had to face many problems in the beginning. The throne that he inherited was not a bed of roses. There was no law and order. The Rajputs increased their strength and power considerably. They wanted to crush the formidable enemy of Akbar. The important Rajput states were Mewar, Jaisalmer, Jodhpur. Further, the Rajputs wanted to achieve their past glory. Afghans were the greatest enemy of Akbar. Sikandar Shah Sur was having a large army in Punjab and wanted to suppress the powers of Akbar. The economic condition was not sound. He inherited an empty treasury from his father. As the treasury was empty, he could not take any step to wipe out the enemies, and this bad condition was still weakened due to famine, which created a great problem in Delhi and Agra. The state of Gujarat and Malwa declared themselves independent and made diplomatic relations with other countries. The ruler of Kashmir also declared independence. The 5 states of Badami Sultan was absolutely independent. The ruler declared independent and did not owe any alliance to the Sultan of Delhi. Thus, the political and economic condition of Akbar was not good at the time of his succession to the throne. Battle of Panipat, 1556. Hemu, the Prime Minister of Muhammad Shah Abdali of Bengal, marched towards Agra on hearing the news of death of Humayun. He captured it and moved again to Delhi. The Mahal governor could not defeat Hemu and ran away from Delhi. Thus, Delhi also fell in the hands of Hemu. Hemu was a man of extraordinary personality. By his ability and his hard work, he raised his position to the level of Prime Minister. When Hemu captured Delhi, Bairam Khan advised Akbar to resist the aggression of Hemu. The advice of Bairam Khan was accepted and the armies of Hemu and Akbar met on the historic Battle of Panipat in November 9, 1556. In the beginning, Hemu was in upper hand in the battlefield. However, he was struck in the eye by an arrow and he became unconscious. On seeing this incident, the soldier of Hemu fled away and Akbar got huge booty. Finally, Hemu was captured and brought before Akbar. Causes for the defeat of Hemu in the Battle of Panipat. He did not attack the Mughals at the appropriate time and he ought to have taken offensive against the Mughals just after the withdrawal of Tarid Beg. The artillery was captured by Ali Kuli, which disheartened the Hemu soldier. Hemu should not have seated on the elephant in the battlefield. As he was sitting on the elephant, the Mughals were able to concentrate upon him. Next, as the elephant could not face the arrow of Mughals, they started destroying their own army. Finally, there was no good leader after Hemu. When Hemu fainted in the battlefield, the soldier ran away and no commander came forward to lead the army against Akbar. So these are some of the causes for the defeat of Hemu in the Battle of Panipat. Results of the war. After the Second Battle of Panipat, Akbar completely rooted out his formidable Afghan enemy and he was unquestioned monarch of Delhi and Agra. Sikandar Shah, the enemy of Akbar, took shelter in Shivalik Hill. Bairam Khan sent his troops to capture Shore, and finally Sikandar Shah had to submit to the sovereignty of Akbar. In 1557, Muhammad Shah Abdali also died in an encounter with the ruler of Bengal, and thus Akbar was running the administration without any bottlenecks. Conquest of Akbar. Conquest of Gondwana in the year 1564. Gondwana was ruled by Rani Durgavati, who was a courageous and highly spirited lady. She was acting as a regent for her minor son. Asaf Khan, governor of Kara, led an expedition against her and she died in the battlefield itself. Her country was devastated and a huge booty was recovered by the Mughals. Bir Narayanan, the young son of Durgavati, also died in the battlefield. Conquest of Malwa in the year 1561. Akbar sent Adam Khan to punish Bas Bahadur, who captured Malwa. In the battle, Bas Bahadur was defeated. The booty seized at the time of the war was not given to Akbar by Bas Bahadur. Unable to tolerate the atrocities of Adam Khan, Akbar reached Malwa with a huge force and dismissed him. Conquest of Radhampur and Kalinjar in the year 1569. The fort of Radhampur was the strongest and the highest rock fort. Akbar's army was standing on the top of the hill to invade the fort. The ruler of Radhampur realized favorable position of Akbar and decided to make truce with him. Then he handed over the fort and joined with the royal services. When Raja Ram Chandra, the ruler of Kalinjar, heard the news of the fall of the fort of Radhampur and Chittoor, he himself surrendered the fort without encounter with Akbar in the year 1569. Conquest of Mewar in 1572 to 1597. Maharana Pratap was the ruler of Mewar. He was an ambitious man. He wanted to bring back the famous glory of Rajputs. He refused to accept the sovereignty of Akbar and hated the Rajputs who had a matrimonial alliance with Akbar. Like other Rajputs, if he followed the policy of friendship with Akbar and accepted Akbar's authority, and his position would be no heir and he would become a Jagirdar. Though Pratap was defeated, he did not lose his heart. He gathered strength and gained, put up a stiff and gallant fight with the Mughals and recovered the whole of Mewar except Chittoor. Other conquest of Akbar. Akbar started to conquer more places during his period. Some of the places like Chittoor, Jodhpur, Bikaner, Gujarat, Bengal, Kabul, Kashmir, Sindh, Kandahar and Ahmednagar. Akbar was not only a good ruler but also a great conqueror. He was engaged in many battles throughout his life. The empire that he inherited from his father was weak, but he established his control and authority over his empire with his good administrator and great skill. Religious policy of Akbar. Akbar was not a fanatic like Aurangzeb. He followed the policy of religious toleration and towards Hindus. Unlike the Muslim ruler, he did not like to subdue the Hindus on the point of sword. All religions were treated equally, and because of the policy of Akbar, he was not able to get wholehearted support from all subjects in his empire. His policy could be divided into 5 steps. Let us see the steps in detail one by one. Policy of religious toleration, discussion on various religious leaders, reading of Quban, infallibility degree, and Deen Ilahi. Thus, to conclude that Akbar administration was really effective and good. He made a foundation for a good revenue system. He also replaced Jagirdari system and also introduced a Mansabdari system. And because of his great rule, conqueror and administrator, we call as Akbar the Great. Thank you.